Oxidation number. As you can see in this reaction, we have A taking away B, and now B is kind of on its own, so this is A plus BC, so then we end up getting AC plus B. This is obviously signal displacement. We can actually break this down into two parts. The Mg, this A, is kind of on its own, so we just leave that. It's neutral right now, but on this side over here, the Mg splits apart from the Cl, so you would think that we have Mg and Cl. However, we're just going to ignore the Cl because Cl doesn't move, okay? It's only the Mg and the H that are substituting, so those are the only one that moves that we really care about. So Mg has a charge of 2 plus, obviously, because it broke off as its cation. And then, of course, if this is a plus 2, this has to be a negative 2. These will eventually neutral and cancel out. Okay, same thing on this one over here. H is on the reactant side. It broke off from the Cl. Well, we don't care about the Cl. We only care about the H, okay? So it's a cation, has a plus 1 charge. There's 2 of it, so it's plus 2. We get put 2 electrons here to balance it out, so now it's neutral because on this side over here, H2 is obviously neutral. It gets free element. Now, in number 1, it is an oxidation. Why? Because oxidation stands for Leo, okay? Loss of electrons, okay? Leo the lion says Gur is a good mnemonic, okay? Number 2, this one over here, this is reduction, okay? GE stands for the gaining of electrons, okay? Electron transfer reactions are oxidation-reduction reactions, okay? Also known as redox. This is important because it results in generating electric current, also known as electricity, like in batteries. So they occur simultaneously because electron gaining can't happen without oxidation providing those electrons. The total amount of electrons lost must equal the amount of electrons gained. Okay, it goes vice versa, tit for tat. So what is oxidation number? Okay, this is a number representing the apparent change an atom would have if the electron pairs and the covalent bonds belongs entirely to the more electronegative atom. To know more about electronegativity, see the video link in the description. Now, determine the oxidation number. Well, this has to equal negative 2 because the charge of this whole thing is a negative 2. We know that the charge of oxygen is negative 2, so 7 times negative 2 gives you negative 14. So what number minus 14 gives you negative 2? Obviously a 12. Well, there's only 2 chromiums down here, so what number up here times 2 gives you 12? Obviously a 6, so the answer would be a 6. How about this question over here? Well, this needs to equal 0 because there's no charge up here, and we know that oxygen has a charge of negative 2, so 3 times negative 2 gives you negative 6. We know that Na is a group 1 element, so it has a charge of 1 plus. 1 plus what? Minus 6 gives you 0. Obviously a 5, and there's only 1 nitrogen, so we have to put a 1 over there. So what number times 1 gives you 5? Obviously a 5, so the answer would be a 5. Please try these 6 questions on your own. Pause the video and I'll be giving you the answer shortly. This is the answer.